All right, good evening, everyone. 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins here with our Monday evening look at all of this rain mess that's out over the northeastern Gulf. And we'll start with just that. You can see we are finally starting to see a lot of the rain taper off that we saw today. Even out over the Gulf, there's not quite as much that was out there, but I do actually expect more to fire up overnight tonight. On land, we actually have some real slow-moving thunderstorms moving through Highlands County now into the southeastern Polk County. I don't think they travel too much further to the north, but at least to get up in the southeastern parts of Polk County. So frost-proof, maybe up to Lake Wales, Avon Park area, up toward the firing ground. So I think that's the best chance for that. Otherwise, we already have a ton of moisture here. All right, we've got a frontal boundary that's sitting here, getting ready to cross the Mississippi River, and between the two of those, it's really going to focus a lot of moisture on top of us here, especially Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm just going to keep updating you guys on all of this. Let's start with the models. I'll make this a quick one, but that way you'll be able to keep. I'll keep doing these, and you'll see the difference in the models as we come back every time. Hurricane Center still says 0% chance next 48 hours, 20% chance that we get a tropical low to develop either west of us or to the northeast of us. And I got to say the models are trending a little bit now towards the north and the east. Here is the European forecast model. Let's go out through tomorrow afternoon. So watch, we'll start dry in the morning. Afternoon showers will fill in. I actually think, 50% rain chance tomorrow, really our driest day tomorrow. And then we lose the daytime heating, we'll lose a lot of the storms. Now watch what happens early on Wednesday morning. See all that off in the Gulf? Now watch what happens by Wednesday afternoon, and some of those will be heavy, okay? We're going to start to put a lot of rain back in here, I think, Wednesday afternoon and evening hours. And then a little bit of a break overnight Wednesday, just a little bit. There'll still be some rain. Thursday morning will likely be our wettest part. In fact, all day Thursday. This is the morning. This is midday. This is afternoon. That's evening. Okay? So Thursday is our soggiest day at this particular point. Probably going to get flood watches. Could end up with 4 to 6. I think maybe a little less than that, but some spots will get a heavy downpour. We'll end up with 4 to 6 inches of rain. And then Friday's kind of up in the air. Here's about 10 in the morning. And you can see that we've got some rain, especially from Tampa southward. But look what happens by the afternoon. That I-4 corridor north of there is a lot drier than south of there, which is an indication that we're getting some dry air moving in, which is really important because this is fireworks time right here, right? It's too far out in time to say what the 4th of July is going to look like, but you can certainly see where I-4 is. It's a huge difference between north and south of there, okay? So we'll have to wait and see what that says. That's the European. Here's the wind, just to show you that we're not talking tropical development, a lot of wind at this point. The winds will be out of the west and southwest for Tampa. This is Tuesday. Let's go into Wednesday. That's Wednesday afternoon, 10 to 15. That's Thursday afternoon right there. Same thing, 10 to 15, not a lot, right? So this is not a wind thing. It's not a surge thing. But then watch over on the East Coast. Watch this area out. See this? That's the European model trying to form a low. Winds here, wind here, all right? Very weak low. So keep your eye on that as we go through Friday afternoon. It kind of backs down here towards West Palm, towards the southeast coast, and you can see just a northeast wind coming in, and not even a lot of that either for up there. So then it backs the low all the way over. This is the newest one, which means it wouldn't develop much, and which means it would be just more of a rainmaker as we go through the weekend. The GFS has been doing its own thing. The GFS was trying to take something across the west towards across the Gulf of Mexico. But this right here is Thursday afternoon, still the rainiest. That's Friday. Saturday afternoon, it's not dry, right? It's still keeping the moisture in place. It too tries to do something over here on the East Coast and kind of drift it back towards the state, which would keep whatever tropically it is very weak if it even can do anything. There's wind shear there too. That's Sunday, and then even into Monday. Okay, the GFS has just been out to lunch. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it looks like it's trying to come back. Here is the ensembles. So this is a much better way to look at it. Instead of looking at one run of the European or one of the GFS, this is 31 runs. And what you're going to notice as we get out into Friday morning, look what's happening. You see what's happening over here? One run thinks there's something here. Another one has a weak low here. Another one has a weak low here. They don't have anything out here, right? So that is the European model saying, hey, I think something's going to go on the East Coast, off the East Coast. Then let's go out to Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. It's starting to say, look how close this is to land near Jacksonville. This is a stronger system out here, if anything, right? This is nothing that's close to land. Look at this. This is a tropical storm down there. And that's just the forecast model saying that, right? So I just wanted to say that because whatever that is near Northeast Florida, if that is where it ends up being, it isn't going to be strong. And then it kind of backs off to the west and maybe goes into land. Okay. That was the European. Here's the GFS version. Same thing. It's got a broad area of low pressure over land near Tallahassee. And maybe getting into the Gulf and moving west. It just doesn't have much, right? The Canadian, for whatever that's worth. And the reason why I wanted to show you this is because it too is out here. Okay. It's out east of Florida with a little something, maybe even drifting it north. Right? So here you go. Here's the difference. One thinks it's here, one thinks it's here, one thinks it's here. And you see the better chances out there. Okay. Now winds. I hope you can see this, but these are the winds for about Clearwater, and it's generally southwest 15 to maybe 20. I don't even see any 20s on here, to be honest with you. This is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The winds come down, and then it's calm next week. Now, this can all change, of course, but just to let you know, that's what I'm thinking. This is what the amount of moisture in the atmosphere looks like. And all of that dark red you see there, which is Wednesday through Saturday, but mainly Wednesday through Friday, that is when we get afternoon storms or any storm, you're going to get a ton of rain out of it because there's plenty of moisture, and you literally just squeeze it like a drawing a blank, like a, what do you clean the dishes with? A sponge. Ooh, I've been doing this all day. I'm tired. It's like squeezing a sponge out and you get a lot of rain. So for that, we will be looking at heavy rainfall, okay? At least the possibility. This is the European model saying a small chance, it's less than 20% chance, maybe 20 to 30% chance of a tropical depression forming. And you can see where it's mainly east of Florida. This is the chance of tropical storms forming. None. At least that's what the model thinks, okay? So that's good news. This is the rainfall from the European. It's a lot less, but it's still 2 to 4 inches. And I think that's a good number, especially with the higher numbers up here for Citrus County, Hernando, and Levy County up towards the Big Bend. Because of that, we have for tomorrow, we have what's called an excessive rainfall forecast. And it's mainly right along the coast for Tampa northward. Again, tomorrow's not our big day. Wednesday, look at it increasing. Thursday, Friday, those are our days, especially Thursday. Okay, that's when we'll get most of the rain. Okay, that's it, guys. Don't forget to like and share all that stuff. I will keep you updated here. Don't worry about this one right at this particular time. It's just rainmaker. All it's going to do is rain. All right, but some of it's going to be a little bit heavy at times. And those spots that tend to flood can and some of them will do so because of that. And the rivers will go up a little bit behind this. Nothing major, but they'll go up just a little bit. All right, don't forget Bobby Deskins Weather, my Facebook page. YouTube, Bobby Deskins Weather. Bobby D Weather is on Twitter, and I think that's my Instagram too, something like that. All right, guys, take it easy out there.